Hello everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Danish Hussain and I welcome you in today's session. So I would like to make sure that I'm audible to everyone who have joined this webinar. So I request all of you to raise your hands from your attendees panel. So I'll have some better idea that I'm audible and you guys are focused on the screen as we have started sharing our screen as well. I hope you're seeing the presentation slide. Okay, so here is that slide. So this is very different webinar we are conducting at MobiCommerce. Earlier we had conducted many webinars solely for the marketplace, solely for the PWA and the React technology, but it's more like a combination market webinar we are doing it today, because if you're following up from our earlier webinars, we announced that we have launched the React-based PWA, and through the React-based PWA, we are now also building other solutions by using the same front-end technology. So this webinar, in a nutshell, the concept and the purpose of this webinar, or the agenda of this webinar, is to show you both the aspects, how we have built the marketplace solution and how we have merged the PWA as a front end with our Magento based multi-vendor e-commerce marketplace solution. So yeah, this is the overview about the agenda of today's webinar, and inside it we're gonna check some facts about the marketplace in general and PWA in general, why it is best option as of now, trending. Okay, along with that, we're gonna have the dedicated live interactive demo of our existing setup, including the front end of the marketplace, which has the PWA setup, then the super admin panel, vendor panel, and along with this we do offer the apps. So that's again published on our Play Store and App Store. And some of the some features of some of the important features of the back office, which we have designed and developed inside the Magento itself. Okay, so this was I just brief you about the agenda and what we're gonna talk today in this webinar. Now, if you can see on my screen, we're gonna start talking about starting with the MobiCommerce. It's always better to know the little bit background about the MobiCommerce, so you'll have a better idea. So we at MobiCommerce, it's been like more than 10 years we've been active in the IT industry, and we provide all type of e-commerce and m-commerce solutions, and our most solutions are ready as a ready software product. So that's what we do, and we actually backed by the Design and Buy. So Design and Buy is our parent company. So overall we have 15 years of experience, 15 plus of years of experience, and we have few offices, in like as you can see on my screen, we have head office R&D center in India, Ahmedabad, and furthermore you can see on my screen. Okay, so that was about the MobiCommerce. Now we're gonna talk about some facts. So if you can focus on my screen, guys, we have started sharing the facts about the general e-commerce marketplace trend. So it says that 40.1 billion US dollar revenues from multi-vendor marketplace are predicted to between the 2017 from 2017 to 2022. So from 18.7 billion US dollar to 40.1 billion US dollar is the revenue expectation, or a prediction we can say, revenue generation from the e-commerce marketplace in general. So it's very much clear that the importance of the e-commerce system. The next we have is the trending point. The PWA is driving the most of the marketplace traffic, because PWA is nothing different than the visibly like if you say the traditional HTML based website or the responsive website, it serves the same purpose, but it comes with more additional and advanced technology and the more added advantages and the features. So, we all know that when it comes to e-commerce, the people would like to definitely prefer to use the mobile devices. So in this slide, we are trying to showcase the same thing, is that, how better your mobile interface should be. So you can say that 60% of the Flipkart traffic is now generated by the PWA. PWA is the mobile version of the website. So Flipkart is, again, if I just share, it's a giant e-commerce platform in India, just like you can say Amazon in US, or other like Souk in Middle East. So it's like in India, Flipkart is the giant e-commerce platform owned by them. So then, yeah, that's what we want to share here to explain you about the, in general, the advantages and the driven traffic on the mobile devices. So one might ask a question why we should go for the PWA. The reason is that it's, of course, in the definition, the answer is that it's reliable, fast, and engaging. The conversion rate, the engagement rates, and it lowers the server users. So you can read the statistics. It helps you in increasing your conversion. The statistics proves that 70% higher conversion you can expect with the PWA, and more re-engagement. What is re-engagement? Is that retention in the e-commerce is very, very important, because when you spend your marketing budget to get a new customer acquisition, you of course would expect that customer to place a new order, a repeat order again. So that's a retention. So we're talking about re-engagement. So that can only happen if you're able to give that customer a better e-commerce experience with your website or the mobile version. So with this PWA, the customers are getting very great, fantastic experience. It is ultra fast. So customer would definitely like and will enjoy the shopping experience. It works offline, so it reduces the calls to your server. So ultimately, you're also saving costs to your server as well. So these are some top and the overall highlighted advantages of the PWA. And these are some biggest players in the market: Trivago, and even the AliExpress, sorry, moved to the PWA. These are some uh, Asian examples, Asian region example: Book My Show, Flipkarts. Even if you go to the Noon in Middle East, they adopted the React-based native system, which is again the marketplace setup. If you go to the, Mercadalo, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing properly. In Latin America, there is a one marketplace which is quite famous, Mercado shop kind of, that is again using the PWA setup for the same React base. So it's important. People are moving towards the same technology. So yeah. Now, if I want to share what we're going to offer with this combination to you, the first thing is that we have the all-in-one complete e-commerce solution with PWA. We're going to offer you the e-commerce headless. That's the true what we call the term for the desktop version. The headless e-commerce PWA we're going to give you, and then for the mobile version, you're going to get the mobile PWA. So you have the complete interface for the same. Then we're going to give you the seller dashboard, which is the vendor panel, and so the vendor can manage the entire catalog and other stuff related to the marketplace. And to manage everything, you have the super admin panel to this. And then we also added a free apps inside this package for customer Android and iOS. Okay, so moving on, we are just now showing you some standard features of our marketplace solution. That when we talk about the technology of the PWA, we're using the React, as I said a couple of times, I believe, in previously, Redux and other advanced technologies to make it more, better. We have also added our own additional features inside this one, which I will try to cover it in the demo section. So it basically gives you the page builder option. So the page builder allows you to control and design your home page literally without developer and technical person assistance. So you can do that. That's very interesting to learn. I'm gonna explain you this. So we have various designs. I'm gonna show you some designs too as well. We have native apps and PWA solution for the same. So that's what the overall features. And moving on, as I said, it works offline. So the PWA is gonna give you the offline experience and how it works offline. So for those of you not aware how the and what is the meaning of offline, I'm gonna cover in the demo section. Okay, this is quite interesting that this slide we're trying to share in information is that look, people might wanna, use only the web version, but the mobile web version, right? So it's very critical and very important at the same time to provide the better user experience directly into the browser, mobile browser of the user. So that's what we're doing with the PWA or mobile PWA. So, but that can also give user an experience like the app, because it can install as a PWA. Android and iOS both allows the same. So you can install like this, and you can have an app drawer in your smartphone, which is actually like the without installation you can do that. So again, I just wanna give you a hint of the biggest advantage of the system is that you don't have to need to have necessary to have an application, dedicated native application. Without it at all, you can do that. So basically, you don't have to spend app specific marketing budget, and without it, you can do that. So only single budget, and it caters to both the needs. Okay. So this is again some more information. So if you remember, or if you have studied a bit more about the background of the PWA technology, it was initially launched by Google and sponsored by Google as well. So it is highly SEO friendly, or I would call it the Google friendly. So you'll have the better advantage there. It is PWA, so it is ultra fast, so you'll have no performance issue with that. You can send direct push notification with that. We have give you the quite better interface in the back end, so that's again the advantages. Those areas like in Africa, or even in modern Europe or countries, or US's countries, where if there is any trouble with the internet connectivity, those regions you can easily give them this PWA, and with the uh, low powered internet, this could even work well. Okay, so this is all we wanted to share in this webinar about the facts, to make it more simple and easy for you, for your understanding. But yeah, of course, there are a lot many other advantages and facts which you easily might learn by Google or internet search. And of course, we are also always here in case if you wanna ask more question about the same. We can have the dedicated one-on-one session. So now it's time to move to the live interactive demo, where I'm gonna cover most of the section. The PWA storefront, we're also gonna check how it looks like on the mobile devices, and the super admin panel, vendor panel, and the PWA themes which we have it. So let's go and jump directly into the most interesting section of this webinar. So I'm gonna switch my screen so you guys can have a look of the front end of the PWA. Okay, here we are. Okay guys, so now this is our front end for the marketplace. I'm sorry why it's just switching to that window. Okay, it's better. Fine, so it looks nice as a data population, but let's dive in and see how different it is compared to the traditional front-end website, which is built on HTML technology, or we also call it the Porto theme. most used in the world, right? So this is just to remember, just to share again, this is all built on latest Magento. So it is the backend technology is powered by Magento. So yeah, so this is the front end, okay, how it looks like. You might say it's like more other website, okay. Now, just like any other website, this is the front end. Now, the back end section, which I'm gonna cover, or which is connected with this front end. This front end is actually like a blank canvas, and you can literally manage each and every elements available on this front end like a widget system, like a drawing tool from the backend section, which I'm going to show you in the backend demo part. Okay, now let's see the experience of the front end. So we have these categories and the demo data uploaded. You see that this is the category landing page. This is not a traditional product category listing page, but this is again landing page. So just like the home page, you can design another layer of the page where you can target and design your own content. If I want to show you the traditional page of the category, this is our traditional landing category page, listing page, where you can find all the products. Here are some filters. Here are some different viewing layout, the sorting option. You can go inside the product. You can put product into the cart, so it goes into the cart, the standard flow, right? Then I just clicked here to the seller to see what are the all products the seller is offering. So we have this seller page here. As you can see, the seller name, seller logo, and all the products of this particular seller. So remember, I'm showing you the generic type of the marketplace, but we do have other variation and the versions of the marketplace ready. So just to clear that. So this is how the system is like. If I want to show you some more categories, we have this option. Let me just go to the checkout. So this is our checkout experience. You might also notice that it is super fast. This is how you can complete your checkout journey. So I just want to cover that because it is more standard. Now I want to show you how it is offline. How does it offline work? So let me show you that. I'm gonna use the Google Chrome feature. So I'll have to dock in, I think, so you can see it. Okay, here I am. Now in the Chrome browser, there is a one feature. Look at this one. The current website has an internet connectivity because it's online, right? So we can offline it. So now there is no internet. Okay, perfect. Now I can still browse it. Okay, what did I mean? Let me show you that. I can still browse it. So let's see how. Look at this one. It is still working. Okay, so I can still browse it because I browsed these pages before. I browsed already in my browser, but it is not like a caching. Understand the difference. It is actually like an offline experience, and I can show you what are the areas will not work in the offline. Those areas which you have not browsed, and the checkout page, because checkout page always needs a working internet, because you have to check real-time inventory with the system. Then you can place an internet. That's actually must in the e-commerce, right? Second is that those pages which I haven't browsed, it will not work offline like this one. Okay, so I haven't browsed before, so it's gonna constantly showing this screen, which means that it is not going to open it. But I'm gonna open some what we call some product like this one. If you remember, it's gonna work offline. If you remember, this is going to work offline. So that's very, very quick. Don't you think if your customer is able to access your most of the pages offline, you can reduce, you are actually getting less calls to your server, you're getting more advantages, more better user experience to your customer, because they are not accessing the internet. It's working offline. It's super fast. It's like an it's offline, so you can say that how it works. So that's how the offline works. So let me just online it. Now I want to show you how it will work on the mobile browser. Okay, so again, I'm gonna use the Chrome feature. So I would further like to show you better experience. So I'm gonna select Pixel 2, or let's say iPhone, this one. So this is how it will look like into the mobile devices. Exactly the same experience, but yeah, One more thing is that whatever the graphics you're seeing currently on the front end of the mobile devices, it could have a different graphic, and the desktop headless could have the different graphics. Okay, so I'll show you that section into the back office panel. So let's just move on. Okay, so that's about the front end. Now I'll go one by one. I'll show you the vendor panel first. So because it's a marketplace, so it is important for you to learn how the front end works. Sorry, the back end of the seller or the vendor works. So I'm gonna switch my screen and I'll show you again the vendor panel. So it's showing to you now. That's here. This is the dashboard. I think I might have to log in again. So let me do that. Okay, here we go. Let it load, so we logged in. So I believe I have to reshare my screen. Okay, here I am. Perfect. So this is the dashboard of the seller. I'm sorry for that small glitch because the session was logged out. Now this is the seller dashboard or a vendor panel. This is responsive. There is no mobile application for the vendors. We give the responsive version for the vendors, so they can access it from the mobile devices as well. But yeah, from this panel they can see the glimpse what is happening to the marketplace, some membership related information, some recently added products, some of the glimpse or total product average orders, notification icon, total credit. From this section they will be able to upload products. So if I want to show you the product grid, it is like this. They can upload one by one. They can use bulk import or export option. Once there is an order, they can go to the orders and they can process an order. The vendor can also ship the product in case if you allow. There is a dedicated return management also offered. Vendor can also configure their own shipping method. So we have the tax management, we have the dedicated interactive reporting system where vendor can see some reports. This is the filtration of the report where I can filter. We have the various viewing angle of the reports, as you can see that. Similarly it goes for the products. We have an option where seller can also generate some coupons, and finally the configuration for the same. And this is the total number of credit the vendor has earned so far on this platform, and they can directly send a withdraw request to the owner or a super admin from this panel. So that's it about the vendor panel. I made it simple. Okay, so you might ask question if you have it later on in the session. So let's now jump to the super admin panel for the same. Okay, here we are now into this super admin panel of the marketplace, which is built over the Magento. Okay, this is all Magento. So I'm not going to talk about Magento because it's standard and it's a different topic. But I'm going to focus about the controlling options we developed inside the Magento for the marketplace, for the app, which is later on, but for the PWA, right? So that's how we're going to start our discussion. So you see that this is the dedicated multi-vendor marketplace system we developed. You can see the listed sellers here. So go to the sellers, you can see the listed sellers here. You don't have to log in like a seller, but just go and log in as a super admin on an owner inside the Magento, and then you'll be able to see that particular sellers who are registered with you. So here are the list of sellers. You can further click on each seller, and you can also see that their own inventories, the orders, etc. Right? So here you can see some pending unapproved. So by default, any seller will not be approved. You will have to approve it. Then they'll be able to use that thing. Then further, you can create their own groups. And the advantage of creating groups is to, what we call it, to define different commissions for different groups of seller. For electronics, different for different, like that. we have various options related to the seller which you can do that, like maintaining the registration form and other options. You can see all the orders at one place by clicking on the sales, orders, invoices, just like that. This feature under the catalog manage pending products allows you to see the pending products. It means that when the vendor is uploading product, it is not going live to the portal automatically. Once you approve, then it goes to the live. That's the purpose of the same system. Then similarly, we have the membership. So you can set the recurring method for the revenue here for the membership package, that you can define it. Then we have the commission configuration. The commission configuration will allow you to set up a different commission for the different seller group. So we have like 5% flat commission for the seller. Further, you can define it by creating the new commission group. Okay. Then there are other more settings available. So I'm gonna talk about the last important one, which is the configuration. So this configuration is related to the marketplace. What are the systems you can control it? All related to the marketplace and the vendor. So this is related to the seller panel. You can control the favicon. Starting from the basic settings to the advanced settings, you can control it. This is the logo. This is again the logo, the footer text. You have more options when the seller is creating option, attributes, controlling option, vendor page, URL, what you want to set, reviews, catalog, what type of products you want to allow them to upload it, and others could be restricted. The attributes approval, so when the vendor is creating any new attributes, you can set do the configuration or a setting. Then based on that, you will have to approve, and then it will go to the website. So similarly, as you can read it, it is divided into the various categories. As you can see that some is related to the shipment methods, as you can see that. And then we have some reporting, like what are the reports vendor can see. When it comes to mass import and or bulk import export, they want to set some sort of limit, you can also do that. So this is how we made it simple, so you can easily control your marketplace for the same. Now I'm going to show you the another back office panel of the PWA. So as I said, you can assume it like your existing Porto theme or any Magento HTML based theme, or even if you're not using any HTML based theme, I mean like if you don't have any website, so you can assume like how you will manage your web store. It is no longer a traditional approach to change the web store front end data, but you will have all the opportunities and options and features so that you can easily, hassle free, you can manage it, being the business person, not the technical person. So this is how we aimed. So all configuration is related to the PWA. You can select what are the categories you want to show on the front end. Okay, then we have various features. We are giving you the on and off controlling option here, if you can see on my screen. For an example, you want to hide the wish list, right? For an example, right? If it is a grocery store, you don't need wish list. But in case if you think you might need in future, you want it, so you don't have to hard code it, right? So you have this option here. It was just an example, but look at my screen. There are various many options we have given to you, which has a direct connection with your business, so you can make it simple anytime you want based on your business requirement, on and off. That's it. Then we have a very unique feature which we call it advanced widget layout editor, homepage widgets. You can also call it like the page builder for your PWA or the website. So basically, as I said in the start of this webinar, it is like a blank canvas. You can draw whatever you want with the help of this page builder. So each and every component or an element, whatever you just saw on that front end, it's actually the part of widget. So I'm going to show you some configuration of the widget. So this is one widget we uploaded, which we named it as a top banner. I can define the background color of the top banner. I can define what type of slider it should be, grid view, slider view, container of the image, whatever. Okay, so that's how it works. So then we have an image, then we have the deep linking option. Okay, so that's how it works. So I created many widgets like this before. So we have a couple of image slider, we have a couple of product listing block like this. So where I can select some product and give a different perspective to seeing that. This is how we created widget. You can align it like this, and you can set it. Now you have an option. Now let me show you how to create a new widget, because I just explained to you how to the configuration of the widget. But this is how it is simple. It is, there are 4 types of widgets we provided to cover all the front-end UI related requirement. Number 1 is an image widget where you can upload images. You can form it different, you can give it a different form. Okay, and then we have the product widget where you can choose and select the products you want. We have the image map, which is quite beautiful, and just upload an image and give it a different and then to cover all of this we have the HTML widget system as well. So that's how the widget we provide. And then interesting and very important thing, if you can see on my screen, we have it is the ability to set the visibility of this widget. For an example, I'm creating this widget only for the desktop. Okay, so that is going to only visible to the desktop, but if I just want to switch it to the mobile version, so it's going to be for the mobile version. Or if you want to keep the same widget, okay, no problem, you can do that. So you have the options like that. So that's about the widget. We have then the drag and drop, so you can just align it anytime you want. So that's how the widget system works. Then we have some CMS configuration, so you can link your social media and store information here. We have one signal integration for sending the push notification for the same. So it supports a deep linking image, and even we added some different group of the customer. All right, so that's it about the front end section, the back end section for the Magento part and the vendor part. Apart from this is the standard Magento system we you can see on my screen, and that's what we offer you inside the MobiCommerce all-in-one multi-vendor e-commerce marketplace solution powered by the React native front-end technology, which makes it unique, unbeatable, powerful, and super fast solution available into the market. It comes with the free Android and iOS application as well. For those who think that they must need an application, we have an option where we can give you the native free apps as well. But that's what we wanted to share about the front end in this webinar. So let's go back to the slide and see what we have left to talk in this session. So as you can see, we discuss all of them. So I think I missed sharing one of the update about the same, about the themes we developed for the same. So I'm going to show you different theme. Basically, if you understood the concept of the widget system, you can easily manage it. But we want to share how we are, giving you the design level, theme level information. So we have different themes for grocery, for electronics, for home decor, or even for laundry, for pharma. Okay, so this is for different. For grocery, we have some different features because it's a grocery business. We have the quick add to cart. Then we have the electronics, so we have the different population of the product. Okay, so this is quite fashion store looks like. Then this is the home decor related products, we have it. Then we have the laundry. Then again, the features are a bit different for the same. When it comes to pharmacy, we have prescription upload, and similar to the industry, we're putting some different features for the same. But these are the designs we have. We're working on more designs for the same. So when you're coming to buy this solution, to get this solution to go live, you don't have to just worry about the designs. We are all ready with the features related to the industry, and then to go live. So that was about the designs we wanted to share. Okay, so we covered most of the, and I think all the section of this demo. So let's move on. So yeah, in case if some of you are coming from the development agency background, we have some partnership opportunity also for you guys. We can talk later on the for the same, where we work closely with our partners. We give some more advantages to them. So as you can read on my slide, these are the advantages we are ready to offer you if we find we both have the mutual ground to work for the same. Okay, so in a nutshell, right, today's webinar was more to give you an understanding about how easily you can get started with an e-commerce marketplace plus advanced technology, because both combination is very difficult to find into the market and as a ready. So we are able to give you that. Plus, when lastly I show you, when I just explain about the different designs. So we do not have any problem, and no matter which industry you're coming in, from laundry, from pharmacy, or electronics, fashion, any industry you're coming in, if you want to start your e-commerce marketplace, robust e-commerce marketplace with the latest React-based PWA technology, we have the ready solution to go live. So that's what. And now feel free to share your detailed project related inquiry for the same, and then we can get started. Now this is it's time to go for the live Q&A session for the today's webinar. So I would like to take some questions in this webinar, and most of the questions our team would like to answer it later on through the email. And of course you would like to learn more about the same, so please do email us and schedule your meeting with us. So I would like to take some questions for today's webinar. The first question is that it is related to the marketplace. Do you offer the apps for the vendor panel? Okay, so no, so far we have not developed the ready solution for the vendor mobile application, because it's not needed, we feel it, but based on the project requirement we might work on that part as well. Now so that's about the first question. Second question I would like to take it from Harry is that do you support the PrestaShop or the other e-commerce platform except Magento? So far, MobiCommerce marketplace solution is only available for the latest Magento 2.3 community version. Okay, and as you asked this question, I would like to share is that our PWA solution is not tightly coupled with the Magento. It's a front-end, standalone technology, but we integrated with Magento, and we have planned to come up in nearest future to other e-commerce platforms like Woo, like PrestaShop is the very nearest development. We also planning to come up with a .NET or NOP platform as well, but that's a future planning. First we will roll on our PWA, and then we will also be slowly and gradually rolling our giant marketplace system for the same as well. So yeah, in future there is a possibility. Okay, now the next question, which is quite interesting, I believe, is that do you provide the solution to the existing Magento store owner? Yeah, of course, it is feasible. See, by default, if you understand this webinar is for both, like if you are coming and looking for a complete e-commerce marketplace solution with the latest React technology, That's good. We have the ready to go live solution for you because you don't have any ready website. But yeah, if you have already a website on Magento or two, we can also provide you the integration solution where we will plug the discussed and demonstrated technology in the solution, i.e. like the PWA and the marketplace components to make your single vendor Magento HTML based front end and the to make it multi-vendor marketplace plus with the PWA React version. That is feasible. No problem with that. Okay, so the next question about the payment gateway integration. So yes, we do integrate widely, all the payment gateways. So like there are different approaches to integrate the payment gateways. Okay, so let's not talk about the approaches at the moment, but yeah, in a nutshell, like PayPal, Payfort, uh, CC Avenue. Okay, such such payment gateways we have already integrated with our system, the most common and widely used. But any payment gateway can be integrated. All we need an extension or an API so we can make it compatible with our, integrated with our PWA and other system. So that's it, I think, for the question and answer for this webinar. I'm also getting many more questions, but our team is jotting down all your questions. We will make sure to come back to you with the exact answers for the your question. And also I got some question from related to the partnership from Bob. um, so we will be also be our business team will get back to you to discuss about the same. Please do email us so we will not forget to contact you in future. So I think that's it. And after this webinar, one, the recording will be sent to your email. The second, we will request you to share your valuable feedback, okay, for this session about how this webinar was and what kind of new things you would like to suggest, because we believe in innovation, we believe in listening feedback of our consumers and customers. So we request you, we urge you to do share your feedback and in a quick survey post this webinar. All right, so I think that's it for today's webinar. Thank you guys. It was very nice to have discussion with you guys. Thank you a lot and see you soon. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.